Hello everyone, welcome to Radio City Crypt. I am your Dungeon Master Harna, and joining me are some cold people.
Very cold.
Let's start off with the person who's the most cold, and then work our way up to the warmest of the bunch.
Oh, not me. My room is fucking boiling. I just turned off the heater. So.
Also characters.
I don't know, I'll leave it up to you to decide.
If it's people, it's got to be George.
I am currently eating an ice pop. Hi, my name is George. I play Malice Zavir, the Drow Cleric. And I'll pass it on to the next cold individual.
And you've got Vil in a boiling room, you've got a Northerner with a hoodie on, and then you've got Mr. Central Europe who's got vodka running through his veins. I'll go next. Fine. Have you not? What is it?
Oh, that's...
VAT 69 sounds like something you find in Fallout 4, my guy.
It's whiskey, it's pretty shit, but it gets me through the day, so hey.
I wonder what Vault 69 was. I hope it's a sex thing.
VAT 69 is like
weird
owned
if it
by
wasn't.
Diageo, I'm pretty sure. It's like a scotch, I think.
It's a scotch, yeah. It's not that great.
It's
but,
not like a big brand, but it's big enough that I recognize it.
Vault 69 had 999 women and a single male.
Who realised after 3 weeks that he was gay.
As opposed to Vault
And they were all
68 that
lesbians.
had 999 men and only one woman. Which is like, the first one is like, oh yeah, and then the second one is like, horror movie.
Sounds like this woman
Yeah.
tried to break the world record last week. She wants to sleep like 1,000 men in a week, in a day or something.
So
The
I'm
last
Rob, I
one who
play
did that
Bodger,
was a
a
porn star
halfling
and she
monk.
lied about it.
I play a halfling monk. He's a little guy. He's an older guy. He's a pretty chilly guy, but he's hanging in there despite a couple of near-death experiences so far, and more to come, I'm sure. Cut ourselves off there.
Well, I'm not in a boiling room, so hey, I'm Adam. I play Scratch, our human druid Yeti liaison individual. And I'll pass the word on to our milk-loving Dragonborn.
Hey, my name is Ulsort, and I play Bahagor, the party warlock/fighter. Apparently the face of the party, because I'm the only charisma caster in this party. And also, I'm on the path to self-discovery. So I've got a very strange past. And back to DM, I suppose.
Yeah. Does anyone remind us what
Does
happened
anyone else
last
just
time?
forget that he's also a warlock?
I forget he's a fighter, to be honest.
He doesn't know his patronage. He doesn't know. He does not know.
So, what the fuck happened last session? Any clues?
Yetis?
Yeti shit. Met the
Yeah, we met
fam.
Scratch's family. Yeah.
They were like suspicious as fuck, but I guess we won't eat you. We were like, thanks.
Yeah, we had a nice jacuzzi session. Like a bonding exercise.
Oh, just my feet.
Yeah.
Don't
We
worry,
saw that Bahagor has a tail. Apparently.
The more you know.
Alrighty. Yeah, after you dealt with your little expedition on Kelvin's Cairn, you headed back to Kirkconnell, the closest town, and you, I believe, are planning on staying the night in the Northern Light Inn. It's about 5 p.m. I think you were planning on heading out to Hook, Line, and Sinker for a drink. You also had, because the inn has no alcohol anymore, they only have like food and beds, because there seems to be a shortage. There is also what the speaker of the town suspects to be invisible thieves moving around, who have claimed a few items already. I believe, taken the last few nights, a color-switching lantern from the local inn, a pair of goats from the local tavern, and a small sack of pearls carved into decorative beads from Frozen Far expeditions. I believe you've been to all three of these areas already, but those are the three things that have gone recently missing.
Have you spoken to? I don't think you've spoken to all these three the three people for these places, no?
I don't think you've spoken to him specifically about the thing, but
Oh, about the things we're
you
missing.
have
Okay,
met them or spoken to them before.
I see.
There's also the halfling woman who you saved who lost her entire group, and Gareth and Boy as well. Gareth is currently over in Hook, Line, and Sinker with her at the moment, sharing a drink before he's intending on kind of... I believe the plan is that he's going to head back with you guys to Targos. You can get your reward, but if you don't head back, he's going to head back himself once he's fit and healthy enough to do so. And then he's like, if you ever need to, you know, if you don't want to go back straight away, that's fine, but like just when you're next in Targos, you know, knock on and, you know, we'll get you squared up kind of thing.
I hope he doesn't die on the way.
Well, if you went with him, you would definitely prevent that from happening, or, you know, try.
I think we should take him with us.
Take who with us?
The little dwarf halfling that Margot thinks is a man.
Wait, are you talking about... Gareth is a man. Gareth is a human.
No, there's
We should take
there's a-
Gareth with us, because
Terralu is the halfling woman.
Oh, there's a halfling. So Gareth is coming back. Okay, so
get him all the way back.
Yeah, so
so Gareth is coming with us.
Terralu's
Right,
quit
okay.
adventuring. She's currently in the Hook, Line, and Sinker
Wait
tavern.
around and get a ship out of here.
Yeah, she's probably gonna plan her way
gotcha,
home,
okay.
but like
Okay.
out of Iceland completely. But Gareth is the one whose husband gave you the job that he was missing. Promise you a reward
Okay.
if you got him home safe. And Gareth is now, you know, in this town, but he's not home safe. This isn't where he lives.
Because
You
Gareth
know
looks
he's
like he's got a bit of experience in traveling. Like, does he look like an adventure?
He's like a survival
adventure.
expert. Like this is his job is like leading people out into like expeditions. Even whenever you guys are traveling over the Cairn, he was able to give like advantage to like checks and stuff because he was.
Oh fuck it! Let's skip him then. Give us some advantage in this shitty weather.
Yeah. If you wanted to, you could cut either on the road or off the road to get back to Targos as well. I'll put you on the main map and make it better.
Have we rested already? This is the next day, or is it still the same day?
Just so you have time to do anything you need to do. It's currently 5 p.m. The same day.
It's the afternoon.
So it's the afternoon. You guys just had a long trek. You climbed down the far side of Kelvin's Cairn, flanked around it, got back to the base camp, got back the rest of Gareth's sled dogs, his sled, your sled, and your sled dogs. I can't remember the names of your sled dogs. I think there was a Dwarf and
Duffer.
Duffer and Bella.
Go on. Yeah.
Bella, yes.
Well, do we want to accompany Garrett all the way back to Argos, or do we want to first settle that dwarven iron shipment that we ran into?
I think we should definitely settle this the woman shipment. This is, you know, it's close to here anyway. It's close to here.
yeah.
Is it? It's like midway, and it's like in the middle, right between Dargos and.
I'm trying to find it.
Maybe we should go and try to find more information about this missing items around this village.
Oh, perfect. That'll do. She was not
Oh
got,
yeah.
She was not got the fucking transparency. That'll do. There you go.
So
Oh.
that's the iron ore shipment.
That's where the dwarf claim was. I'm hoping one of these be transparent. That one's fully transparent. What the fuck?
I can make one for you afterwards, after a session.
That'll
so
be
you
pretty
can
cool. Skyrim fucking question marks.
I propose that we do the iron ore as soon as possible because the weather should be decent. Because we can always walk around here and investigate the lights on, in our leisure time. Because now we are decently rested, able. So.
But what are the chances we're gonna come back here anyway? Because it's very, very north. I don't think we'll be. Let's go back here. So might as well just finish the business we're having here, and never put a feet here again.
I mean, we could just. Wait, what's it that the dwarves in again? I'm unsure.
What's the question?
What city did we find the dwarves who lost their shipment? Was it
That was
Kilconnect or
Bryn,
Kilburn?
Bryn Shander.
Oh shit. Okay, never mind. Yeah, fair. Well, that's a fair point. Maybe we if we probably won't be going back here that anytime soon. Yeah, sure. We can have a look around. Fair.
Well, maybe just go ask questions, and then if it seems to be too much of a hassle, we just leave.
Fair. Do we care to split up? Meet up here in an hour, see what we find.
I believe we are in one of the places right now. Are we not the
Currently
hook, line, and
in
sinker?
the inn, yes. So that's where the lantern went missing. You were actually speaking to the two sisters who run the place. The Sherrod sisters, Ali and Corey. They gave you a little bit of information already about the missing items and things like that.
Can you just remind us about what information you gave us?
They basically said that the the lamp doesn't do anything useful other than light up the area different colors. They said that they didn't have much of a reward of coin, but if you did manage to get it back to them, they'd be happy to give you food and beds in exchange for help. And they would throw in a few flagons of their personal supply of beer that they're not selling if you manage to bring back the magical lantern. They would also, they told you that Ali mentioned that there was, she thought she saw footprints in the snow at the back of the inn when the lantern went missing, but she doesn't know if they're still present or not because there's been some snowfall since then. That's kind of pretty much all the information that they specifically gave you.
And she believes it's like tiny footprints, and that's why she thinks it's the dwarves, right?
Oh yeah, she just thinks the gate and stuff. She Trovis was the one who believed it was like a dwarf. And
so, and what did she say the footprints were going towards?
She didn't say where they were going towards. They said away from the inn. So they went away. They just literally were like,
okay,
the
so
back.
like, it's like somebody's. Honestly, somebody just not the thing. Just okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right. Well, we've got information from the twins in here, from the sisters in here. So maybe we should just check, double two places.
Well, sure.
I can go to the frozen far bead. Sorry, what the fuck? Frozen far beads. Is that the place? It is.
Expeditions.
Yeah, I can go to the frozen far and ask about the beads.
Sure. Do you want us to go with you, or should we go elsewhere?
Maybe we could just split. I mean, then someone can come with me, and then the other group can go to the meat giant and ask about the honey.
Well, I can go to the giant, sure. Anybody care to come along?
I could come with you to the giant. We'll go everywhere back.
Skilla, Výborná. Alright, great.
Alright.
Malice, you wanna come with me or you wanna come with them?
I'll go with you. Safety and
Sweet.
prayers and all.
Don't worry, we're gonna have a great time together. Don't worry, I'm very good at stories. This one time in a band camp.
Alright, Butcher, wanna grab a drink before we head out, or
yes. Right. Yeah. I was thinking the same thing.
Fair. Cool. Let's go grab one, and then we can have our talks.
Okay.
Right. So, let's go to Frozen Far.
You go to the Frozen Far expeditions.
Yeah.
And
what's the name of our contact there again? Sorry, the person there.
The person who owned it. There was two people who were there. There was one who was like a one who was like a younger. I think she was like a dwarven woman. Yeah, like a dwarven woman called Yathara. She was like a mountain guide. And then it was ran by someone called Atanas, who was like a human. So you guys are heading there?
Yep.
Alrighty. You head back up the Frozen Far expedition. You've been here, like a day prior. And kind of come back in. You kind of see Atanas like kind of gives like a little warm smile. And like, welcome back. How did your journey go up to Ken?
Oh, hello there. You've you actually played pretty well. We managed, well, not that well. We only managed to find one person alive.
Sorry
But
to
she's
hear.
safe now.
At least you managed to
the
get one of
rest.
them, better than none. And Gareth?
And the dogs, yeah. Well, Gareth is gonna hang around with us and is gonna go to Tigers. I'm gonna accompany him to Tigers. We've got some business there as well. But it's talking about business. We were told you had some items misplaced. Is that right?
Yes.
Or gone missing.
It's been a few days ago now, but a small stack of pearls that were carved was stolen from the stores here. They were used as a method of trade by someone a while back. They didn't really coin, so I took something else more valuable that was equated to the item's value.
How much is this stack of pearls worth, roughly?
Probably in the guts of 25 gold or so. Nothing, unbelievable, but still a fair chunk
life-changing.
of money.
Of course.
A good few weeks of, if months of earnings. It stung to lose them, but I can't say that they were doing much but gathering dust anyway.
Okay, and when did you have this stack of pearls? Where was it placed?
When did I acquire them?
Where did you see them last?
Well, but I noticed they were missing about 3 days ago in the morning when I came down to do my to just open up. I'd noticed that the back store door was left open and everything had been kind of shifted and moved around. They were the only things of note that were missing.
And what time was this?
In the morning?
During the day? In the morning?
Probably about 8 in the morning or so.
Right, okay.
Nobody showed interest in them before?
They are not presented at the front. They were stored. He points behind the counter to like a little storage, like a little door that leads to some back house area, and he's like, they're stored out of sight with a few of my other items. I have no reason to sell them, but if they were of value to someone at some point, I would have potentially brought them out if they seemed interested in artwork or that kind of thing, but it's not something I normally sell.
And there's nothing else missing, just that.
Just the stack of pearls is all I noticed missing, yes.
It's very strange. Well, why do you think someone would? I mean, besides the coin value, but is there a specific reason why someone would go specifically for the stack of pearls? I mean, look around you. There's a lot of things that could have gone missing, but
I mean, I don't know. At first, I thought it was someone who had known that they were there, but even the individual who sold them to me some time ago, I know is no longer with us. Sadly, they went out.
I'm sorry to hear.
But nothing really to me. But they came, bought a few things, and they set off back towards Bryn Shander. But I believe they were attacked on the road at some point. But that was going back a few months now. So
and
no
have you
one
seen
really
anyone?
knew they were here,
Oh, really? Have you seen anyone strange coming by your store? Anyone that you haven't seen before? Anyone that looked a little bit suspicious?
The most recent group of individuals were yourselves the other day, who came in, but that was obviously after the fact. Before that, we had Gareth and his troop in a few days before. Around the same time, they went missing, but Gareth's troop only got there the day I found that they were already gone. He only got in the town that day.
Okay, so... Okay. Have you got any suspicions of anyone at all?
Trobus thinks it may be a dwarf. He's already grilled my accomplice, Jarthra, quite heavily on the matter because of her heritage. But I don't believe Jarthra would have taken them. If Jarthra needed the money, she would have asked me, and I would have said yes. It's not that we have any, disagreements in that matter. Plus, I'm old. I'd rather I could give some, boon to those younger than me who can still enjoy themselves out there. I can't really do much anymore of my age.
It's very strange because we went down to the hook, line, and sinker, and you must have heard of the lamp was missing, and they also believe.
No, the lamp I think went missing from the Northern Light. Hook, line, and sinker lost goats, I think.
Okay, I'll go all the way around. Was it so goal line and sinker? Was it? Wait, the goal line and sinker is the lamp, wasn't it?
Hook, line, and sinker lost goats. The Northern Light lost the lantern, which is its namesake.
Okay, I got it over there. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it kind of has a name, Northern Lights. Yeah, so the Northern Lights. Yes, you're right. Sorry, I got confused because so many information. And then so they also said they also suspect that dwarves have taken the lamp from the.
Again, this theory
From the
about
place.
dwarves, it's all been assumed by Trovus. He claims he recognizes the width of the footprints means that it has to be dwarves, based on his experiences. But that seems like quite a leap to make, considering no one
Also
saw
thought the
any
dwarves
dwarves.
were invisible, so
Exactly. Well, that's because no one saw any dwarves. His then immediate retort was that the dwarves must have been invisible.
I mean, that doesn't sound completely mad to me. You know, there is ways of people going invisible.
If you want my
Potions,
advice,
equipments.
if there are people stomping around invisibly in the nighttime making thefts, I would stake out somewhere that you think might be a potential place to get hit, seeing as the place has been hit before, have been the only real shop, inn, and tavern. I would maybe watch one of those again, see if they don't drop by again. Keep an eye out for any footprints appearing in the ground, or just do some laps and see if you can't see any. Just do a patrol.
So where would you suggest us to go then? Because there's Northern Lights, Reservoir has been hit. There's
a fish
hook, line,
market as
sinker,
well, but I
so-
can't imagine that anything's valuable left there. Maybe on the ships at the.
Do you think there'll be anything in the Speaker House, perhaps?
Trovus doesn't really stay there much, so they could have already been and gone, to be honest. But
So you said the harbor where the ships are could be a
maybe
place.
I mean, the old fishing ships there. There's a potential that you could find something in that region. Bear in mind that we are frozen up at the minute, so the boats are stuck there.
And it didn't see any footprints or any clues or anything of sorts that could help us.
I didn't, but Ali claimed she saw footprints the morning after when she went out for a smoke. The
Ali.
back door.
And where is she now?
She's one of the Shore Sisters of the Northern Light.
Oh.
She
Did
tell
we
you
speak to? Oh, sorry.
She
Yeah.
did tell you that she saw footprints leading away from the inn.
I thought it was the footprints going away from Northern Lights and.
Yes,
not
that's so the Northern Light is the inn. So
Oh, okay.
Ali's one
Okay.
who told you that she found those, and then she said that they might be gone by now because she found them like
Okay,
a couple
okay.
of days ago.
And then you haven't seen anything in here particular.
Nothing-
in your inn.
Nothing in particular since the original theft. But again, like I said, if something is going on, walk around, do a few patrols. Maybe don't drink as much as Trovus does, and see if you can stay up the night. And I'm sure by morning,
Perhaps, yeah.
if there is anything going on, you'll find it. And if you don't find it, then maybe there's nothing going on anymore.
Yeah, and then just one last question. When you said that you came in, the back door was open and everything was turned around. How did they manage to open the back door? Was it lockpicked? Was it broken in? Was it
Well, the actual
maybe someone used a key?
That door to the store isn't locked; it's an interior door. But the front door had been opened as if by a key. I in my old age, Jartha thinks I just forgot to lock it, but I wouldn't know for sure. I could have left it unlocked, to be honest. It's not like crime rate is especially high.
Okay. And I'm assuming only you and your business partner here over the Northern has the keys, right? No one else has got access to the keys.
Yes, but again, like I say, it's not like crime rates run high in Caerconnig, so it could easily be forgotten. That being said, a good point, though. The Northern Light and Hook, Line, and Sinker being an inn, the tavern, they probably never lock their doors.
That could be.
Could be someone just trying their luck.
Potentially. Okay. All right. Malice, have you got any more questions for him? Anything you want to add?
no.
Okay. Well, friend, we'll try to look into this for as long as you stay in this village. And if you find anything useful, any useful information, we'll let you know.
Well, if you do find the thieves, feel free to keep the pearls. They won't do me much good anyway, and I think it's a just reward for someone who couldn't find them. And plus, it's one less thing for me to worry about if they are successful.
And the little, how does this little sack of pearl look like? What color is it? What material is it made of?
It's
And how many
hemp,
pearls is in it?
sack, like an olivey brown color, no bigger than a clenched fist. Exact number of pearls I can't remember, about half a dozen or so.
Okay.
It's only small, but they're very intricately carved. You could make them out of quite a nice necklace or bracelet out of them.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll make our way then. I'm sure you're gonna have a lot of business to tend to. So, yeah. If you hear anything, we'll let you know.
Thank you. Good luck.
Bye bye. All right. Well, let's go.
Okay. Meanwhile, Scratch and Bodger are gonna head down, I assume, towards Hook, Line, and Sinker.
Yep.
If you step inside the tavern, it's even at 5 p.m. It's a little bit like busy. As you kind of come in, the proprietor, Ed Glendar, or Glenn, as he introduces himself to you, a half-elf man. He's got a big, warm smile. He's got like long hair, like scraped back. And as you come in, he goes like, hello, welcome, Hook, Line, and Sinker. Here, have half a pint on me. Have half a pint on me, both of you. There you go. All right, grab a seat anywhere you like.
Well, thank you, sir.
All right.
You see that
Cheers,
everyone
mate.
kind of coming in seems to be like he has a table just full of half-pint mugs to be ready to go, and everyone coming in the door he seems to be thrusting them into their hands as they kind of come in, finishing their job either out on the lake or scrimshandering or running a shop or whatever it might be. A lot of the people here seem to be fishermen, maybe from the market stalls.
Bit of a weird business model, innit? Like,
It gets people coming
giving
back.
beer away.
Well, when you're drunk, you want to buy more, so I don't know.
Suppose.
Well, let's find a good table, have a drink, ask around after that.
Right then.
Or 2 drinks. Maybe 3. It's been a bit.
Depends how many half pints we can get for free. There's
Like,
loads
do you
there.
think if we keep walking out, in and out of the door, that we'll keep getting pints?
Depends on how many he's had, I suppose.
Hmm.
Like, if he's been having like one for every person coming in, might stand a chance.
Maybe later in the evening.
Right then. Maybe.
Right. Scratch takes a seat,
Yep.
Starts sipping her pint.
Yeah, I'll hop up on a chair.
Yeah, you grab a seat.
So-
Are you gonna grab a seat at the bar? Do you wanna grab a seat like at a table or?
Probably a table.
Yeah.
You grab a seat at the
And-
table, and it's busy, but not so busy you can't get a table to yourselves. So you can like get like one and just like settle down, like take in the surroundings. Looks like the once the tavern kind of like fills up a little bit more, he and like the last of the half pints of the door kind of begin to be all given out. Eventually, Glenn starts going around and starts taking orders of tables and then running drinks himself. Looks like he's like a one-man operation. Yeah, it looks like the second round here he is taking payment for up front. And then, yeah, eventually starts kind of making way around to you guys kind of as you're going, unless there's anything in particular you guys are looking to do or see or...
No. So, what will we be having? Ale?
Yeah, what can I get for you? I've got ale, or I might have a few bottles tucked away. You look like some kind of hardy adventuring types, not from around here, don't recognize you.
Well, I'm a guide that works here. Scratch, nice to meet you.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Yeah,
You know
I-
Jartha from Frozen Fire Expedition. She's a guide as well. She actually runs up and gets the beer for me from the dwarves, just over in the valley.
Would Scratch know the person?
Jarthra is the individual from Frozen Fire Expeditions. You met her yesterday or the day before.
Oh,
She offered her services to you as well when you were going to look for Gareth.
gotcha. I met her, yes.
She's a good girl, always quick and reliable. That's what you need. Speaking of quick and reliable, get your drink.
Yeah, yes, please, 1 ale.
Yeah, same for me.
2 ales,
Thanks.
come right up. Pops away, comes back, drops them at the table, takes a payment of 2 copper pieces per ale from you.
I will say Scratch like, I've got 2 silver and 1 copper in my name. Any chance you could get this round?
I can't, no props. I got 5 gold.
Appreciate it. Cheers.
What are your two's passive perceptions?
16.
16.
Both of you would notice that as he puts the second mug down, that on the handle, it's like quite finely like woven, like kind of like they're like wooden, like tankards. But on the handle, it's carved in Dwarven. Do any of you speak Dwarven?
No.
Yes.
Okay, Scratch, you would see that carved on the handle of the full tank, the full pint glass of the tankard, it says line. And as you can, but it's kind of like styled into the actual thing itself. And as you look at the little half pint cups that he's collecting, you see that on the lip of them, there's more of these little small dwarven runes, and they say hook.
Nice. That's neat. But so before we fall up on our leads, it's good to have a drink. And I want to ask, how are you enjoying your stay here in Icewind Dale?
Being here. Oh, you're talking to me?
No. I was talking to my colleague.
Apologies, sorry. I just.
I'm down here. Sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry, I'm behind my
tables,
mug.
guys. All tables. Right, good. Enjoy. And he slips away.
So, it's alright. It's a bit chilly. I don't think I'd have chosen to be here. And to be honest, I'm just kind of wondering when I would be able to make my break back down south. But I don't think it's going to be any time. Probably back home or to one of the port cities. I don't know. It's just I've kind of been around everywhere. Spent more of my life on the water than on land, to be honest.
Oh, fair, I guess. Where is your dome of your home? Where are you from?
Down here, Neverwinter.
Oh.
Like we say, I've been all over. I've been Baldur's Gate. I've been very briefly in Waterdeep. They don't like me in Waterdeep. I don't know why. I've never stepped off the ship there, but we went there to Chelt once, and there were noises off in the distance. Didn't like those. At least here, any noises and such are just covered up by the wind and the howling of the blizzards and things. But it's a bit chilly for me up here, gotta be honest.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm grown to like it here. It works as home.
Are you like always from here then? Because your family,
Are fucking Yetis.
they don't look much like you, even though you did your fair share of affairs in with them, which was quite impressive.
Yes. No. I used to come from a place. It's been so long. What's the name in common? Luskan.
Luskan. Or I had all sorts of trade with Luskan. Not seen outside the city though. Or is there not too far back actually? So how'd you end up with Yetis then?
It's been a long time. It's when I was a child, my father, he was a merchant. I went with him.
He sold you?
No.
He sold you at the Yetis?
No, he didn't sell me. We were traveling up north, from what I recall. I wanted to go with him, always wanted to see the outside world. And the Yetis attacked our caravan, killed everybody, and I survived and got adopted.
Oh. So they stole you then?
I wouldn't say stolen. They could have killed me. And I've grown to not appreciate, but understand their ways. The winters are cruel. Food is food, and people that go into Icewind Dale through that pass that we go through are aware of the dangers that come with that.
That thing you said about winters being cruel, like, from speaking to people, it's not always been this bad, has it?
No. This is the long winter. So it's basically, by now it would be a good few tens of degrees warmer, which means more food for deities, more wild animals, safer travels. But ever since this long blizzard, it's been like this, which drives animals in general, the various druids around here, who also various animals, their protectors. It drives them to more desperate measures. You know, we saw it with the elk, the large white one.
Yeah, I suppose. I don't know, it just sounds like shit's fucked, to be honest. They should move somewhere south.
Well,
Like where it's a bit warmer.
it's hard to do so, you know, especially to move oneself in this blizzard with all their life's earnings.
If you can't carry it, you shouldn't be having it with you, to be honest. That's what I'm like with my life. Everything I own's in this bag.
Fair, you know, but people lived here for generations with their families. You know, the house they live in was built decades ago, and they improved it over the years, and it's become a part of them in sorts. Hard to leave that behind.
Yeah, I suppose.
But yeah.
Anyway, my glass is already kind of empty.
Um,
I wonder if there's like a bigger jug, a bigger mug that's got like a different pretty pattern on it. I don't know. I know he said some bottles earlier. I wonder what his bottles of.
You can ask. But it's not a pattern, it's dwarvish.
It looks like a pattern to me.
It spells out
What's it
hook, line, and sinker. It's pretty neat.
Oh, alright. That makes sense. So it says hook, line, and sinker on that little bit.
No. The various mugs have the words.
You've not
Some
seen
have
any
hooks.
with the word sinker yet. You've seen plenty of hook, half pints, lines, or full pints, but you've not seen any sinkers yet.
I wonder if we should ask for a sinker. I wonder if it's like a secret drink in
Maybe.
like a big mug.
We could also ask about the disappearing items while we are at it.
Yeah, maybe after we ask for a sinker.
But
Although if it's any more than 2 silver and 1 copper, I might need you to get me the next round as well.
I'm decently well off for now.
Oh, all right. Well,
But
excuse me, barkeep.
Oh yeah, all's good. Kind of comes
Yeah,
up.
I thought
Anything
I
else?
thought I'd address you by name so we didn't have another awkward misunderstanding.
Glenn.
Glenn. All right, nice to meet you, Glenn. I'm Bodger.
Nice to meet you, Bodger.
This is Scratch. No relation. So I was wondering, do you have a drink that comes in a sinker type receptacle?
Oh. He goes over the bar, he rings a big old ship's bell. We've got an ask for the sinker, boys! And you hear like,
Oh shit, what have I done?
he reaches out from behind the bar and he pulls out a growler. You know, like the old like glass brown bottles that are like
Yeah.
they're about 2 liters. It looks about 2 liters in size. And he puts it up on the bar top, and you see there's got something like liquid like floating around inside. And he brings it over to the table and he puts it down in front. And he goes like, "Well, you know, it is tradition normally when we call last orders, any new visitors would have to try to have the full sinker. The crux is, you lose, you owe me a silver. But if you win and drink the whole thing down in one, then you drink it for free."
ooh,
All right, well, I'm good for a silver. Although, I'll be honest, it's been a bit of a long day, so I might not be in best shape for it. Scratch, how are you? Are you set for this?
I can do that. I'm pretty sure.
Right, I'm gonna have my tough friend take this
Alrighty,
one.
here you
I'll
go. He
still the
slides it
silver
over.
though, because I believe in her.
Yep, you put a
And
silver
he
down on the
pops the
table.
silver down.
He doesn't pick it up. He just pulls out the cork on
Just
top.
almost like as collateral, if you like.
Yeah. Scratch. Whenever he pulls it open, you smell. It smells like it's probably like the same beer that you're currently drinking. It's just being served in like an unnecessarily large vessel. And the worst bit is because it's not a glass, like a growler jug. I don't know if you've seen one. Scratch. It's kind of like it's like a glass bottle, very wide base, and it narrows to the neck of like a wine bottle. So it's basically like a really big wine bottle. So if you gotta chug it, it's not like you can just like open your throat and throw it back, because like there's no air gonna get in. You have to it'll glug 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 the whole way. So you probably have to like slowly lift it up, like, you know, kind of think like a very classic like drinking, like you'll get the whole thing up and down you. Or maybe there's techers to it, who knows? But yeah, if you want to start trying to down the sinker, Scratch, you can do. It's going to be a series of Constitution checks. To see if you can keep your pace. He takes a little hourglass and he flips it over at this just as soon as you like go to lift it up. He like flips over the hourglass. It looks like you've got about a minute to sink this whole thing, which is a pretty generous amount of time.
Yeah, 14 on the first.
14. So you start off like taking it a bit shallow and slow, like a few mouthfuls at a time, like slowly working your way through. Within about, you manage to get a good quarter of it done, and at the minute you're still on track for time. You've not like seen off a lot of it in quick succession, but you've not fallen behind as well. So about 15 seconds, you've had about a pint.
Right.
Gonna keep going?
17.
17. This time you like start to get like the technique down. You know, you get a little bit further ahead. You've had about 2.5 pints now, round about the 30-second marker. It's going well. You're over halfway. You've got over half your time to go.
9.
9. You like cough and splutter. Some of it goes down your windpipe. It's like, you know, you've now been holding your breath for over 30 seconds. And you like splutter it all down yourself, but like, you know, you manage to keep going. You get about another half pint in you, but you're in the final stretch here for your actual your drink. So basically you need to get the final 15 seconds, you start like gulping it down as best you can, and because now the thing is like nearly empty and you're fully going up like that, it like suddenly starts like bubbling and comes down very, very fast, and you just like cough and splutter and like lose it all, and like you just lose track of your pace. And the sand, as you like look, you see there's still about maybe like a half pint left in the actual in the sinker flask itself, but the sands run out. Unfortunately, run out of time. It's like, oh, what a terrible shame! So close as well. And as he picks up the silver piece, well, at least you got your beers worth, eh?
Yeah, it was. It was an experience.
Your like throat like burns probably a little bit.
So, it was good. Also, while you're here, we heard that things were disappearing from the tavern. Is it correct?
Yeah. I lost my 2 goats the overnight, 2 nights ago. We're looking into it, or into the disappearances. Care to elaborate? They were tied up in the kitchen. Came down the next morning, they were gone. That's more or less all there is to it.
Any footprints in the snow?
I went out to look for them, but it was snowing. It was a blizzard that night, so there wasn't much really to go looking for, to be honest. But, you know, I didn't hear anyone come in, but, you know, it looked like someone had kind of made their way through the tap room, a few chairs and things out of place, because I do move things to a certain, you know, when I'm tidying up and sweeping. But yeah, just a bit strange, really.
Right, thank you. We'll be sure to let you know if we find anything.
If you find my goats, I'd love them back. And I'll give you back that silver piece, sure.
Yeah, sure. So, Butcher, one knock out the other lead while we are, you know, in the groove of looking into the thing.
You know, why not? I don't see why not. What's one more job?
You done your drink?
Yeah, I kind of went off the rest of my drink, to be honest. Looking at you, checking all that thing.
Well,
yeah, it was.
I drank more once or twice.
Scratch, do you want to make a con save for drinking 5 pints?
Yeah, I'll make a con save. 15.
15? Yeah, you're fine. You're holding your own.
Yeah. Well, so I remember my Snow Treader tried to make some Yeti moonshine once. Found because he tried from the humans and tried to make his own. Ended up being more like poison, but it had a decent aftertaste.
Right, let's go. I don't want to have too much of a late night tonight because I'm feeling a little bit exhausted already. Hope that's all right.
Yeah, let's just go. Let's just go. Check out the giant. The giant, was it?
A bit of wandering. Yeah.
All right. And they would probably go to the third lead.
I don't know what third lead.
There's no. I thought there were 3 leads for some reason.
Someone said something about a giant and honey, but I feel like someone misunderstood what I said. Because I have no idea what the fuck that
Bill's
means.
making his own plot points.
Yeah, it was Bill who said it, so...
Oh, here he comes.
I got gaslit by a villain to thinking there's a third.
Bill, why is there a honey giant?
Back. What happened?
What's
Sorry,
the honey giant?
What honey giant? What?
Exactly, that's what I said.
Sorry, guys, because I had to pick up a phone call. So
That's all good.
what happened?
We're discussing because I was about to go investigate the third place an item disappeared from, only to find out that there is no such place.
Yeah, not that I
And
know of.
that the DM didn't know that.
What place is no? There's no such a place.
Because like
The honey giant? The
Oh no, we said it's a good meat giant stole honey. So the good meat. That's what it's called. The good.
So okay, yes, not here.
Not
In
here.
Yeah, it's not here. No, it's not here. No,
in
it's
the
not.
settlement of Goodmead, all the
Yeah.
way down here.
Yeah.
A giant stole honey. Yes, that is correct, but it has nothing to do with this quest.
No, it's something completely different.
Yes, correct. Look, I put a quest marker down. There you go.
Right. Let's scratch that, pun intended, of the record, and
Ooh.
Giant beehive.
alright.
I want to go there. So I am very intrigued. Are we live? What was this?
Yeah, we're live.
break?
Yeah, we're live.
We've been
Oh
live the whole
fuck! Sorry.
time.
Sorry.
But yeah,
Okay,
alright.
they know you're not a lizard man. It's
Oh
okay.
my god, he's
I'm not a
real
lizard man.
lizard
I'm a
man
dragonborn. Okay, fine. I don't have a tail anymore. Fine.
To be
Fine.
fair,
Tail
Vil could-
revoked.
I'll chop it off. There you go. Done.
Vil could be a scaly and we just don't know it.
Yeah. Next week we join Discord and he's got a VTuber lizard man avatar.
Yeah.
I identify myself as a dragonborn.
I do at one point want to be part of a D&D show where we are all just VTubers of our characters.
It's
That'd be
surprisingly
actually fucking.
popular on
That'd be
Twitch.
actually.
To be fair,
That would
it's
be actually fucking cool. That would be actually cool.
If you pay for my model, I'd be happy to do so. But I looked into how much
They're
VTuber
expensive.
models cost, and it's like, oh god.
How hard are they to make? Can you just make your own?
You just make your own. Just vector assets.
Just
A lot of
download
them.
Blender. I think the issue's not the model itself, but rigging it with animations. That's the pain. Well, like making it's also difficult. I couldn't do it, but like
There must be like a website. You just select like preset things and you just mash it all up together.
Try it, Vil. Please be a VTuber.
I'll find
Go
out.
nuts.
Go nuts. But anyways, alright, Budget, I guess we can finish up here and go find Malice and Bahagon.
Yeah, right. See what trouble he's got themselves into.
Yep, you head out to probably meet them kind of on the way back towards the Northern Light as they're coming down from Frozen Fire Expeditions. Scratch stinks a little bit of eel. But apart from that, all is well.
So, how are you doing? Did you find anything?
Mostly unhelpful.
Yeah, I mean, stuff are missing. They don't know how we went missing. They did suggest us just to, try to walk around and see if we can find a place where they possibly can strike again.
Maybe we could set bait.
Yeah, they said maybe some places down near the harbor could be a good place to try to set up an ambush.
Maybe. I
just
was
if you
also
see something.
thinking I could turn into an owl and do, fly around at night, doing aerials, like looking from the air if I see anything.
besides that, there was no clues. There's no. And besides that, he came in the morning, the door was open, and the place was turned around. But all that we're missing is the beads.
He
And by the
said
way,
they're
he
in
said
a
if you find the
bag
beads,
made of hemp,
yeah.
but I don't know what that is.
And,
Hemp's like a very poor people's like material, isn't it? It's like
Hey,
very, like,
it's not just for poor people.
it's like here's like look at that.
You've got hempen rope in one of you
that
has
hemp?
hemp rope.
Does that have like a very like plant like I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Excuse you, I have silk rope.
Like plant like material, hemp.
Hemp is a plant,
I
yeah.
have silk rope
Oh, there
like
you go,
a
yeah, there you go, right there.
self-respecting drow. I
Fair
assume
enough.
it's made of spider silk.
I assume it is.
Why does it call hemp and then fucking weed comes up on Google?
Because they're both in the
it's a
cannabis family.
sativa.
So he said we can smoke that hemp.
I have a hemp
I
jacket.
don't think you should smoke hemp.
I have a hemp
It's
jacket,
like-
and people would always be like, "Can I smoke that?"
You-
And it's like,
it's
I
like
mean,
usually-
yeah, like you could smoke
like-
literally anything, but it's not gonna do anything.
I think
It's
hemp has
not
like
like hip-
CBD, but like no THC.
Is that like the stuff that the hippies wear, like
Yeah.
it's made of nature?
it's more like
yeah.
medieval peasants, like.
Yeah, so poor people. There you go. Poor hippies from medieval. Medieval poor hippies.
What is a hippie? Is
Well, if he's wearing a hemp outfit, he's a hippie.
Wearing a
Oh.
hemp.
wearing a hemp?
Just the
Oh,
one
well.
hemp.
Yeah, just one single covering like this.
Oh god.
Single leaf.
Oh, those aren't very big leaves.
Very narrow and skinny.
Yeah.
To be fair, he doesn't
Short.
There's nothing really left in the imagination.
Well,
It's kind
Yeah,
of
he's
just
honestly- it's a
drawing
sack.
attention to it, if anything.
Yeah, and then he also said the color is like an olive brown color, and it's no bigger than a hen fist. So
all right. Well,
he doesn't know. He doesn't even know how many pearls are inside. But he said if we find it, we can keep it, as he doesn't have any use for them.
Does anyone
It doesn't
have
sound as-
anything valuable they could leave out? Try and tempt a thief?
I wonder. Well,
But-
the owner of the tavern wasn't also very helpful. All he said was that he had goats. Came to check him down in the morning. He had no goats.
Very weird. These people seem to be very relaxed with the
Side
stuff
note,
going missing.
why
Very
do you
strange.
stink?
Well, I had a sinker. It's like this big glass of beer, and I chugged it.
Good lass.
Didn't manage in one go, sadly. Did like I don't know 9/10. So I had to pay for it, but
Got a
decent.
pretty good go of it, not gonna lie.
Good gag reflex. Well done.
Um,
But with these items, I mean, two things I've noticed. Like these people, they're not too bothered about this stuff going missing. To be fair, the guy with the pearls, he doesn't really care about the pearls. The people, the Northern Lights, they don't seem too bothered about it. And then now he's saying this person with the goats missing doesn't.
Well, he
Wasn't much of a help.
cares, but there's nothing much he can do, When your ghost disappear in the middle of a blizzard, what do you want to do?
I mean, in a place like this, there's not much. I wouldn't say there's much, business going on. So everything they have, they'll treasure as much as possible. I don't know,
guess
just find it very strange. And then also it set up an ambush with some kind of valuables. I mean,
I was thinking,
the things they be taking, it doesn't seem of much value. So I don't know. There must be some kind of connection.
how about this? And she pulls out the psychic crystals. Like, I wouldn't mind, using it as bait. It's been nagging me like the past several days. Even in my sleep, it still talks to me. It's not very pleasant, so happy to use it.
Another thing that he said is he doesn't remember. Or the door just looked like it was open, possibly with keys, but he doesn't know if the door was open or not. If it was unlocked, so he thinks whatever the thief is, he could just be trying his luck and just going through doors to doors and then do whatever doors is open, just go in and take stuff.
Or maybe we could, pull watches through the night, try and catch them red-handed.
True. I mean, he did say to try by the harbor. Maybe you should go in. Do something in there. Just go out. Maybe I'll just yeah. I mean, it's getting dark already.
We could do the bait and check the harbor. If it's just a thief, it shouldn't be that hard to apprehend him. since he's stealing his knickknacks. So, 2 people sit with the crystal, 2 people watch the harbor. It's not a big place, so if somebody shouts thief, we can come help the other team.
Fair enough. Yeah, we can sound like a plan. We can try to do that.
Sure. So I'll be happy to be on the bait team because it's attuned to me. So I'll just toss it somewhere.
Okay.
So if any of you wants to come along, feel free to.
All right.
I'll stick with Malice, and then
Cool.
I'll stick with you. I need to keep an eye on you after all the ale.
Maybe we can go check with at the Hook, Line and Sinker. They have bottles, perhaps, so we can have something to drink while we watch.
you just had a lot of drinks. You want to carry on drinking more?
Yeah, pretty much. I'm feeling surprisingly fine, and she looks surprisingly fine for drinking several gallons.
It weren't so much the amount as just the speed at which she was trying to drink it.
No, I mean, I'm pretty sure those Yetis raised you pretty well.
Oh, they did. Yes.
Do Yetis drink ale?
I know, but I'm sure they drink really fast.
When they can get their hands on ale, they like to drink it, but they can't make it very well. As I was telling Bodger, my Snow Treader used to try and make their own moonshine, which didn't turn out too well. More like a poison, Yeti's trying to distill, not good. No.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Ale
So
is
what's the?
poison.
Well, but like poison that kills you instantly and not slowly.
Yeah,
like-
Sounds
drow
painful.
breweries tend to cross the line a little in places.
I can imagine. Do they
Is it like-
use spider venom? Do they distill spiders?
Isn't Drown known for the poisons? Apparently, your people can brew some really potent poisons.
Well,
Yes.
is
We're also
that
very
why-
good at we are so used to being around poison that it tends to instill in us a little bit. Some people even think drow are poisonous, but it tends to just be our diet. I imagine this long above ground I won't be poisonous at all.
Maybe that's a good thing. Is that why you're so paranoid whenever I cook for you?
No, that's just because I'm used to, people trying to kill me.
I guess that's what years of living like that will do to you. Fair.
Well, so what's the plan here then?
So you and Malice go guard the harbor and, be on general watch for suspicious folk. And me and Bodger will just set the crystal somewhere visible. It glows, so I'm sure it won't attract attention. And then we will, wait. And if anything comes up, the other team shouts. And I'm sure me and Bodger can be there quick. I can fly. Bodger is very fast.
I'm pretty quick. Normally.
Damn, did we obviously speaking to all those 3 places that this staff were missing? Do we have an order in which place got robbed first? The last one.
Frostfire was robbed first, and the inn with the lantern was robbed last. The thefts took place across 3 days.
Oh, good. Okay, so you said Hook was first, Frozen, and then the Northern Lights, yeah?
Rosenfar was first, then Hook, then Northern Lights.
I see. Okay, so he's kind of moving south at the moment.
I propose we put the crystal maybe somewhere here-ish. Maybe, because if they're because this is like place where they probably haven't been yet.
Cool. Did you say there's a place of a fish and chip shop? Something is said. I don't know. What do you say about?
There's a fishing market.
Oh, I first said a
Here.
fish and chip. I don't know why I would
I
say.
think you're hungry.
I thought for chips.
How fucking British
You
are
said
you? What the
fish and
fuck?
chip, fish and chips.
I said there's a fisher's market. Like a fish market, I'm gonna say.
Okay, I don't know why I would say fish and chips.
Want to go to the local chippy?
This makes
well-
sense why the giant and honey got misconstrued.
Basically, you said
But it wasn't
fish
me.
and
I have
Bill just
notes in
filled
front of me.
And chip.
I have here good meat giant dash stolen honey. I have here written in front of me.
Bill's quest log.
Bill's
Speak
quest
to
log,
speaker.
right next to Bill's grocery list.
Find the fish and chips thief. When you went to see fucking what was his fucking fuckface name?
Jesus Christ.
Fuckface.
What
What did Atanas? Gafar? No, the Gafar's the Atanas. He told us to there's a fish market down there, so maybe that's the best bet for us to try.
Yeah, sure.
Just south of the Northern Lights.
So, what time is it, by the way, out of curiosity?
Let's say probably took you guys about an hour each, stomping around looking and investigating. But 6 p.m. It's still storm clouds in the sky, but no, downpour or anything.
Okay. But I say we wait it out till the night, go rest up, grab a drink, grab some food, enjoy our company, It's gonna be a cold night waiting for a thief.
And I will say as well, if you are going to stake out overnight, that is going to put you at risk of more exhaustion if you have already suffered.
Worst comes to worst, we can just, have a rest the day after it here, and before we head out. Just lay around.
Drinks at the tavern before we start staking out?
Yep, of course. Please.
Nothing says a good perceptive time like getting fucking wasted.
Yeah.
So, nothing like some good beaver.
Your PI's like, yes, I'll follow your cheating husband around, but first, I'm gonna go have 6 pints of Guinness.
To be fair, that is how
And then
every
try to
noir
catch a
film
thief.
And then they're
goes.
drinking their little hip flask
Yeah,
of whiskey,
like,
watching them like...
Every fucking noir film starts with the guy being absolutely shit-faced.
So, and probably also boosted on nicotine, so...
The year was 1492. The place, Caerconic. The catch, probably some knock.
Can we have this narration for the steakhouse, please?
2 of us set up over by the harbor. The one with the dark skin and the one with the light scales. That is to say, a drow and a white dragonborn. They pitched themselves up somewhere where they could oversee the whole harbor, but not for the whole harbor to see them. They were also probably drunk, considering the fact that they've been drinking since 6 p.m. that night. Meanwhile, not too far away, but far enough away that they wouldn't be able to interdict with each other, the other 2, the short fella and the Yeti lady, were setting up a crystal trap by putting a very expensive magic item on a fisherman's table and hoping that some thief might think that was, definitely not a trap. That was kind of the plan that they were going with. They also have been drinking heavily, but from around about the 5 p.m. mark, a little bit earlier. And then we just kind of play it out and see what happens, I suppose. Just another night in paradise.
Brilliant.
Beautiful.
Sounds like now I put it that way. Sounds definitely like a drunk man's plan. Yeah, they just put this really expensive item here.
Look, I've just got this
Just wait.
engagement ring. It's worth like $3,000. If I just leave it on the table in the middle of town, someone's gonna steal it.
And it'll definitely be our guy.
It'll probably be
And
someone
not just a
who
random
we need to
opportunist.
catch.
Just a random guy who's like, ooh, shiny.
I have like
Let's go get
like I've literally walked past someone on the street before and like only realized it like way after the fact, but like there's a guy like standing like at the street like handing out like flyers, and I just walked like close to the wall, so like he was like right on the curb handing out flyers. I walked close to the wall to avoid it, and on the walk past I had a few drinks, and on the pause I was like, oh, someone's got a perfectly good umbrella here, and just fucking swiped it and kept walking like like full stride, like didn't slow down, and then like got home, was like, oh, that was that guy's umbrella. It's like he's like standing there handing out flyers. So funny though. But that's it. That's the same situation. You got to leave out something and then step far enough back that no one can directly see that it's owned. And be like, oh, someone's gonna take this.
It glows. It's shiny. The
Okay,
thing is, we have to wait till the early hours because who's out at that time in the fucking Kirkonic?
Exactly. So the plan is, are you guys going to just drink and carouse for a couple hours?
Just gonna hang out. I would like to order a
Yeah.
sinker.
Sure.
Yeah, let's.
Also, Malice is ordering a sinker with no understanding that it's a challenge.
As
She's
all of
just
you
like,
come in,
I would like
apart
a large
from-
amount of alcohol.
apart from the two who'd been before, so apart from yeah, because you left. You've left and come back. Yeah, he gives you all another hook, so you all got a half pint of ale to start off, which definitely would encourage you to hopefully stay for more. But Malice is gonna skip the line.
Skip the half pint. I want the sinker.
Oh, you're gonna skip the hook.
Seeing Malice order a sinker, Scratch is gonna be like, Malice, care for a challenge you get down one faster?
I wasn't planning on downing it, but okay.
Cool, a Scratch will order a sinker.
Okay. So yeah, you both have to ante up a silver piece if you want to try the challenge of downing it, which means you can get it for free. You need to make con checks to see how you manage to hold your own.
16.
16 for Scratch. So Scratch gets a good head start. Scratch, bit of practice already in her from the previous hour. Starts chugging it down. Malice, you instantly cough and splutter as you try to down this quickly. It's not something you're really used to doing. You manage to get a
Malice
half
didn't
pint
know
down.
this was a chugging competition.
So Malice, you get a half pint down initially in the first 15 seconds, whereas Scratch gets an extra pint on top of what you have. Scratch gets
Damn, another 8.
Okay, so that's another half pint for Malice. Scratch gets another pint in them.
Oh,
Scratch,
God.
you're halfway done. Round about the. I see you're over halfway done. Sorry, because you're you got a pint. You've got 2.5 pints. Out of
Just
4.
before Catch a Thief. Oh my God.
Ideal.
This. I had a tough day today. Fuck it,
Another
let's have a
con
drink.
check.
Crit fail.
Okay,
He's instantly drunk.
you don't manage to drink any in that whole 15-second window. You cough and splutter and nearly lose your pint that you've managed to gulp down already, but don't quite bring it up again. You just manage to keep it down. Scratch, you get another pint. You are half a pint away from finishing. Scratch, you've nearly done it.
4. Terrible, terrible Malice.
Malice, you've not even hit the halfway point in the full time in the film minute, and all the locals laugh, and you're some of them exchange money, some exchange a few bits and pieces at a good chuckle. Scratch, you managed to see it off fully this time. You finish up the last half pint and finish it, and you get your silver piece slid back to you. I will need Scratch, who drunk a pretty substantial amount, to make another con save. Scratch holding her own so far. Scratch has drunk 9.5 pints at this point in the span of 2 hours.
That's gonna hit hard.
How much is a pint in liters?
Half.
So 9.5. That's 4 liters, right?
Yeah, 4
yeah,
a bit.
Oh, yeah, that's a realistic time frame.
In 2
Been there,
hours?
done that.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I've drank poison, more pleasant.
Well, you tried and failed, lassie. Good effort. Enjoy the rest of your sinker. And if anything like the other one, it probably won't be your last.
Scratch, we didn't agree to what we were competing for beforehand. The last time I didn't agree to that beforehand, I lost an eye, so I'm hoping I get to keep this one.
No. The point was the game. I don't need prizes. Plus, your eye is too pretty to cut out. Would be a shame.
It wouldn't make me very good at the watch either.
Yeah, probably not. Bahagor, wanna do? Come on, do a sinker. I'll do one with you.
Oh no, I'll leave the drinking for you all. No problem. I don't drink alcohol.
Oh.
Hey, Maybe they can
Unfortunately, I
do-
don't have any milk. My goats got stolen.
If you get the goats back, can we make him do an entire sinker of goat's milk?
Oh yeah,
If
I'll
you get
definitely
the
do
goats back, that can definitely be arranged. Petunia and Bobby will have to give generously, but I'm sure they'll manage. Bobby's very generous.
If that happens, I'm staying in I'm staying in my room with Malice for that evening. Or Budge. I'm not staying with Bahagor for that evening.
I was gonna shit myself for the whole night.
Yeah. God. I see no issues with this plan.
If the rest of you are also drinking, it is 2 copper pieces for every line of beer, every pint that you consume, unless you want to aim for a sinker. Is the intention to stay here until the early hours, until like closing time?
Yeah.
When? I guess so.
I'd probably try and encourage people away a little bit earlier.
Okay.
What time do you think you would want to do that? You got here around about 6 p.m. So
What time do people usually I think Scratch would recommend we go a bit after everybody's, the pub regulars start to head off home, because that's when most of the town goes to sleep, and that's when most people would probably steal something.
Yeah, I'd want to be out as they're leaving. I'd want to be set up for that.
if you ask
Probably,
Glenn when last orders is, he tells you it's an hour to midnight, so 11 p.m.
So maybe if we, go 10:40.
All right,
That's
sounds
all.
good.
Alright, so you guys set off just before last orders. Bear in mind you're setting aside still a good 10 and a half, we'll call it, hours of drinking, maybe even dining if you wanted to get any food in that time, if you want to get any dinner.
Scratch will probably want a dinner, after all that.
Yeah, if you want some food, then it will be for just like a basic meal. It's nothing too special. It's probably just like a chowder with some bread. Probably about 4 copper for a million, like a full serving. Nothing too fancy. You're like a little small town, so the prices are a little bit cheaper for coming all this way. It's like a small fisherman's town. It's not anything too crazy. It feels as well like a lot of the money in this economy probably just does lapse. People are paying to him, and he then pays them to them. It probably is a pretty circular economy in that sense. So it's nothing too extravagant or overcharged. It all seems pretty fair. I will ask. Scratch seems like they are drinking to excess. So I will ask Scratch to give me another con save. See how they hold up, because they've consumed nearly 10 pints in the first 2 hours, and they have another 5 hours to go.
14.
Okay. Would you say Scratch then probably follows it up with a drink every hour, probably?
Decently, yeah.
So not really slowing down, because obviously you're not having the big ones anymore, but you're just having a little bit
Seeing that nobody else is having a sinker, she won't have one alone.
Yeah. But you just kind of steadily start drinking. Surprisingly, Scratch holds their own pretty well, considering how much they've drunk. They are, by the time you guys stumble out, some of you, if everyone, I suppose anyone drinking 6 pints over the course of 5 hours would probably be not feeling too good about themselves. So if anyone feels like they would have drunken to any kind of excess, you can make a con saving throw by all means.
Malice was humbled by the sinker. She will not be drinking to excess.
Did you just nurse the rest of
she
that
may not even finish the sinker.
warm beer in the jug?
I'd probably have my half pint.
Yeah.
My hook. Probably just getting it topped off by Malice.
Yeah, just every now and then she's just
helping each other out.
Glenn
just
probably keeps coming
under the
around
table.
trying to collect that half pint glass, because
Oh,
the
don't
second
worry,
he gets
I'm
that
just
in,
nursing
you'll have
it.
to order, and you're no, I'm still working on it.
it's
Let it
constant
save a bit of money.
sleight of hand checks to just top it up.
yeah. You kind of like continue onwards, and eventually all make your way out into the main like areas. You set yourselves off. Have a little look around.
Hmm. Well, time to set our little trap.
Are you sure you're okay there, Scratch? Look like they've had quite a few drinks. I mean,
I know.
We might lose that item. You know, I'm just saying.
Have more. Scratch is walking normally. She seems fine.
How many fingers am I holding?
4 and 5 if you count the thumb.
Good one. Okay, well, where are we going to put this item?
Somewhere between the Northern Light and the harbor, perhaps.
I think that's pretty smart.
Could Scratch do a check to find a place where she could place it so it can be, reasonably presumed forgotten there?
Sure.
Or
That'll probably be like a perception check.
More important, we need to find a place where we can. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. No, she probably places somewhere that it looks like it belongs to somebody but has been left out, perhaps, like
like a dropped item or something along those lines.
It's like you forgot to put something from I was like forgot to put the laundry in, but you don't do that in Icewind Dale or something like that.
Perception check. Try to lie.
Yeah, perception check.
I always leave my psi crystals on the windowsill to cool down.
13. Yeah.
A 13. You gotta look around. The best place you can find it is like near the market stalls. There's a lot of foot traffic there from the previous day. It looks like there's a few bits and pieces of like probably naturally fallen out of pockets. You probably find there's like 2 copper pieces buried in the snow. You figure that you could always like drop it in the snow and try to mimic like maybe it fell into someone's pocket or something like that whenever they were like going for a purse or like a coin purse. Or you could place it on like one of the stalls and hope maybe it's like like an item from a stall that got left out and maybe wasn't gathered up properly or something along those lines. That would have a potential. Those are the 2 kind of areas that really call out to you. There's also like doorsteps abound. Like you could just put it in front of a doorstep and hope that something like maybe like a delivery or who knows.
Well, let's put it on the doorstep. I think because if we leave it out on the ground, we people could just assume, hey, somebody lost it. Let's return it. But if you do it on the doorstep,
And I suppose if it's on a doorstep, then anyone taking it that shouldn't be, there's a bit of intent there. It's not just they're a passerby. They can't be like, oh, I just found this on the ground and I was gonna return it. All right, good shout.
Well, what's important though? Where are we gonna kind of wait for this little ambush here? Because it's bloody freezing outside.
I believe the plan was Battlegore and Malice were going to set up at the harbour, and then Vulture and Scratch were going to do the crystal. So you're splitting the party.
Oh, okay. Yes, so not to get anymore. Okay.
So obviously there's a harbour that was suggested by Frozen Far Expeditions owner, because that was somewhere that someone might go investigate because the ships have been frozen in there for a while and no one's on them. Or there was the trap. I said it's crystal trap.
Ah, gotcha. Okay.
I mean, you could double down. You could take the fucking gem to a ship if you wanted, or...
Yeah, sounds good.
I thought you were good in the cold anyway, Bahagor.
Oh, yes, exactly. I'm still cold, but,
Oh, it must be the drink, cooling down the body.
Oh, okay. While you 2 folks get this gristle down here, suppose me and Mana's going to get to the harbour, get ready, find a place.
Right, see you in a bit. I'll listen out for their secret signal.
The signal will be just thief.
All right, it's not secret signal then, just a regular signal.
Or maybe,
Right.
I mean, or I can turn into some animal and let out like an owl screech, or something like that. If you know how an owl screech sounds.
But what if the thief steals from our end? I don't know how to. I don't.
Oh,
I don't know how
say,
to do
"Oh,
that.
you stop!"
Yeah, that sounds fair. Hey, you stop. Yeah.
Stop! In the name of the law, you've committed crimes against Isondale and her people.
All right.
Yeah, Bodger would say to Scratch, like, so Scratch, can you turn into any animals that can see through, like, magical darkness? Because I can make my own shadows if I need to.
I mean, feel free to make your own shadows, and I could just be a bit further, so I'm not in them.
I mean, like, I can't do it, like, all the time. But maybe, 10 minutes at a time, something like that. But I was wondering, right, if you see anyone that you think is a bit suspicious, you could let me know. And I could, pop a bit of darkness up, at least for me, so I can see them, and so that they can't see me. I know it's going to be dark outside, but a little bit of extra shadow never hurt anyone.
Well, sure, I can do that. And Scratch will proceed to a wild shape into an owl.
Sure.
Before she does that, she's going to place the Cycrystal on one of the doorsteps. She's going to put some snow on it because it sheds light in 20 feet.
Yep.
10 and 10. So she'd like to reduce to like about a 10.
Yep.
But she'd like to make it obvious that like this probably belongs to somebody. They just left it out in this on their doorstep. Forgot about it.
Yes.
Let it to cool after being baked. Something.
Okay. And then where is everyone hiding?
Are there some convenient barrels on the docks? Some that might have been left
Mimicking
to
hide-
fish.
Like hiding
Preferably
with the
with
broken
like
ships.
2 little holes cut into them so I can peep out.
I was thinking maybe
you can
hiding
make
here.
me-
It's the
We'll check if you want. There is, yes, what is being pinged there by Bahagor
What's that
is
one?
like
What's that there?
it's kind
It's a
of
house.
like a boat master, like a harbor master's kind of like shack, who has like a little overseeing of the harbor itself.
I was thinking
It's like
maybe
it's
go there.
not
so
used to
you can-
the fact the harbor is frozen over.
Can you see the harbor, like the whole harbor cleared from there?
Yeah, there's like windows looking out of the harbor. You imagine this is where someone probably would pitch up with a little stove, and then would basically watch ships coming and going, and take.
Yeah.
Probably if there was ships maybe from other settlements or towns, they might be able to take, tax or toll or whatever it is that they require for them docking there.
How about this little this little place there? Malice, and then points out to the place.
Good enough for me.
It's pinging.
It is locked up.
Right.
It's like a closed. It's not like an open thing.
I look inside. Does it look like it's being used
It's
recently?
empty. There's like no one's in there. Like it's cold.
Okay,
the
I'll-
stove isn't lit, but just the door's
Well-
closed and locked.
Pick locks.
Yep. Not really. I mean, do you?
You just seem to shadier figure than me. I thought maybe you'd know.
Okay. I might be able to pick this lock. 1 second. I'll look to my left. Look to my right. Can I see anyone around me?
Make a perception check.
Oh fucking hell.
Can I also
Perception
make a
check.
perception check?
Think. Let's go. Perception. 5.
18.
Bahagor, there's no one there. You're in the clear. Malice,
Okay.
You hear ding 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 from the Hook, Line, and Sinker Tavern, and you hear Glenn's voice be like, "All right, everyone, unless you're having one final sinker to see yourselves off, I don't care where you go, but you can't be drinking here anymore. Fuck off, out of ya."
She puts a hand on Bahagor's shoulder before he does something stupid.
I was about to swing my axe and fucking break the lock. Oh, what happened? There's no one around. What are you doing? I'm just gonna.
It's last call.
Oh, okay.
Give it a minute.
All right. Just pretend you're not here.
Is there like
I'll look around.
crates and shit around the back? Like it
Yeah.
looks like a
Yeah,
lot.
there's like some like crates and things like that, like barrels into like just kind of sitting there, like
Malice
fishing
will
nets.
grab a Bahagor and pull him round to like the junct and like motion to crouch down.
Okay.
Okay,
Please,
stealth
Bahagor.
checks from you two then.
Bodger is going to look around and see if there's any similar sort of wooden, like merchant furniture, so boxes, barrels, stuff like that, with the intention of creating minor illusion and hiding inside it, being a halfling.
Nice. Yeah, so in the market area, there's not so many like crates and barrels discarded that are open. There are plenty of like tables and things of that nature. So you could like scurry underneath the table and like make the illusion of like just snow build up or something in those lines, like to hide in that illusion in that sense if you like.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Battlegore and Malice are like
Trip over the crates.
Do you think they've looked? Do they gone yet? Like poking very obviously out.
I can imagine me so big I can close it just like. Oof. It's like
Meanwhile,
my whole
I
head,
feel
like,
like
sticking out.
Malice is so used to her like grey skin blending into cave walls, she doesn't even think to duck down, and she's just standing out like a fucking coal blot in the snow.
Well, Yetis don't move south. Okay. So I would also. So where is Scratch hiding?
Scratch is an owl, and owls just perch. She's not hiding. She's
Not
just
an
an
owl
owl.
doing
chilling.
owl shit.
Then I'll get Bodger, a stealth check from Bodger as well. See how quiet he can be while hiding instead illusion. Bodger
She's
is
just
near his
chirping.
computer.
11.
Lovely. Okay, so you'll begin your various stakeouts, and before we get back to resolve them, let's take a little break. We'll be right back.
Juan.
Let's do this plan that will definitely work
What?
out well.
I'm definitely well hidden.
I managed to
100%.
sober up from the whiskey, goddammit.
You are all so well hidden with a
I mean,
8, a 6, an 11, and a I don't hide.
I mean, like,
I'm an owl.
I don't hide.
Fuck you, I'm an owl.
I mean, it's
The fuck?
it's a better plan than yesterday's D&D had, but yesterday's D&D did just involve running into a camp full of dragons with 2 sticks of dynamite and a hope and a dream.
I
so-
do want to say that if you guys ever think that you're the punching bag campaign, let it be known that I put an ancient red dragon up against a group of 5 level 7s.
And we lived. Just.
Ah, so you're not that bad then.
Just.
Well,
Our cleric
armor.
went down 3 separate times.
DM is going
Eric
to
was on
that's
like
you.
1 or 2 field death saves like once.
Wait, aren't you the cleric?
No, I'm a druid in that.
Oh shit, my bad.
Our cleric is very lovely and did not deserve that.
She got it anyway.
Just pull
too
Mary
slow.
halfway through, like, what did I do to make Harry mad?
He was too slow. He was the slowest.
Yeah.
That was the only reason. That was his target. Right, so you guys stick out the early hours. Eventually, people like stumble home. The people living in the home that you've placed the gem in front of stumble up to their own door.
Pick up the gem.
They do not notice it with a natural 1, and they unlock their door and they go inside.
Cool.
Eventually, time ticks on. Around about midnight, a heavy hailstorm descends.
Can I see if anyone's around?
Certainly.
Perception? Investigation?
You have a severe wind, so there's disadvantage on perception checks using your hearing. There's no natural light, but you have dark vision, so you can see regardless of that.
Do I get disadvantage or not, then?
You will get disadvantage because you've basically lost one of your senses.
14.
Did you do those up?
I'm gonna be honest, it's because there's hail starting. I'm just
Oh,
seeing
so
if
you
there's
say-
people around
so-
so we can go break that door down and get inside.
14 Malice looking around. Doesn't seem to be anyone there. Bahagor, you seem to agree.
Bagor,
There's no one here.
you wanna go pop that door open so we can get some shelter?
Alright, live with me. Try to like get out the fucking bar and just tip over. Sorry, I'm okay, I'm okay.
Face first.
Like, I'm okay, I'm okay. Right, look left. Boom!
You swing your
Smash
axe. Make an attack
Great
roll.
axe. Great axe. Not a fucking battle, like the big fucking fuck off double-handed axe. Where is it?
Are you aiming at the door or the lock?
The lock. I'm trying
Okay.
to hit the lock.
It's like a keyhole lock, so he's got like smashed the whole fucking wood,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
around it.
I mean,
It's
I'm,
got like
I'm using a
padlock.
great axe. To get advantage, I don't know. Do
Yeah,
I
fuck it,
get
smash the
advantage
wood.
because the
Do you want to
door's like
recklessly attack the lock?
I don't have reckless attack. 13. I mean 13 a door. In a lock.
13 is enough to hit a lock.
Not to break
Roll your
it.
damage.
Yeah, baby. 7.
7 slashing damage. You cut, ding, like the wood splinters a bit. The metal rings out loudly. You've done a good whack of damage to the door, but not quite enough to fully break the piece you needed open.
Okay, almost got this. 1 second. Alright. Do it again. Oh, 24.
That hits.
Wait, how
13
does that
damage
work?
in total will be enough. You smash through wood splinters. The locks like crashes on the ground with like a metallic twang as the whole like central locking mechanism has just been like knocked out of the wooden door frame completely. you are now able to go inside the harbor master's hut.
Can you just have a question on the roll there? So is that let's say the first roll it was 7. Is that 7 then plus 6? Because the second roll I roll the damage 5, but then I have a plus 6 on my damage. Why is it just 5?
You rolled a 1 plus 4, and then you rolled a 3 plus 4 on the first one. Your damage, your strength modifier is a plus 4.
I see. Right,
your proficiency bonus is 2, so it's a to hit.
Got you. It's to hit plus 6. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right. It's open now. Come.
Alice will go inside and start casting mending to fix this door.
Good plan. Okay.
Yeah.
You close it first?
I do close it first.
Okay. You mend it, and then you lock yourselves in.
No, I fixed the door, not the lock.
Okay.
I fix all the splintered wood like around it.
Okay.
So basically, the lock is just on the floor.
You leave the lock out of the way. I'll say that
I'll grab the lock and bring it inside so I can fix it as we leave.
I was like, maybe I might as well just fix this as well. Yeah.
the latch probably is like part of the lock, so it doesn't like you have to like hold it closed. But yeah, you mend the doors for at least the outside perception. It doesn't seem strange or startling.
Locking ourselves in a fucking cabin.
So it sounded like you're doing. I need to make a roll for someone.
Did you see anything? Did you see anyone suspicious?
The hailstorm out there, I don't see much at all.
Damn it, it's a bit of a shit day to do this, isn't it? Like, look at this, I can't see anything outside.
Well, it kind of hails and snows every day. Honestly, I don't know why you bother to live above ground at all. There's always just, like, shit falling from the sky. I mean, like,
right.
Sure, the occasional stalactite falls from the sky in the Underdark, but, like, as long as you're not looking up, it's not an issue.
As you are having this conversation, Bahagor, over Malice's shoulder, a figure appears looking for the window. You see the white scales of a dragonborn standing there. You see a bottle in one hand, and like he's like pressed up the glass, like, like looking in. And he knocks on, was like, "You there? Are you meant to be in there?"
Yes.
Yes. Don't worry. We are. Yes. We are looking for the invisible dwarves.
11.
We have a deception. I'm gonna use lucky feet on this one as well. Fuck it. Why not? I'll just look at that one.
Sure.
24.
Very
great.
good.
According to the rules, great
luck.
success.
And then he leaves. He just Trovus just stumbles off into the night. It's no wonder he hasn't found these so-called invisible thieves, as he just leaves you to committing breaking and entering of the little harbor master cottage.
You keep watching out for the thieves.
Don't worry. If you see anything coming, let us know.
I'm just gonna have a little poke around this place to see if there's anything valuable.
Wow.
Investigation check.
We've already broken in, you know?
I'm not gonna do that. I'm not a thief.
Well, I got a 1, so I don't find
It's like, well, you do your thing. I'm not looking.
There is a little like bucket with some firewood by the stove, but that's about it.
Boring.
I didn't see anything. Just carry on. Yeah. Anyway, I'm not a
Light
snitch.
a fire if you were cold. Are you guys? Your guys like the plan is you're watching the harbor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, watch the harbor, see if there's anyone
So
suspicious.
here you guys got regular view
shady.
over all the harbor. There are in total 6 ships, all docked at the actual jetties. You can also see to your kind of like northwest, there's a collection of rowboats all pulled up onto the actual shore out of the way. They're like all stacked up on racks and things. Those are the ships that the sailors and fishers still use. They actually drag those rowboats out across the ice, and you can see there's like channels almost gouged into the ice surface where they've repeatedly been doing so. They obviously like rope them up and pull them out, and then at the end of the day probably pull them all the way back to shore, loaded up with fish and all sorts across the icy lake surface. Probably not an
How many
easy
boats are
task.
there? How many rowboats are there?
Rowboats, there is
7. Yeah.
6 big ships, 7 rowboats. And yeah, you guys sit and wait. Meanwhile, Scratch and Bodger, you also sit and wait.
Glad I've got a bit of shelter with this table.
Yep. What
I've
are
not
your
crafted my own.
passive perceptions, please?
16, but I think that'd probably be -2 because of exhaustion, thinking about it. Unless it doesn't count as a D20 test.
Yeah, it would do. It would come off the passive.
Yeah.
Scratch?
16, sorry.
So, Scratch, you would see, much like was foretold, footprints appearing in snow. They move door
Scratch?
to door.
Scratch would let out owl noise to alert Bodger. Not a screech.
Do we hear that?
Just
Oh shit, the owl noise. Is that Scratch? How do we tell the difference between Scratch Owl and just like an owl?
I mean, exactly. I was about to say, is that really Scratch? Or just a normal? I mean, have you seen any owls? we together?
No.
I think that must be him.
I also don't think I've ever. Again, that's a woman. You're very bad at this.
Oh, sorry, her. Sorry. I mean, he's a yeah. Okay.
We should go. Come on.
Okay, let's go.
Yes, you abandon your.
We abandon, mending the lock behind us.
Sure. This individual hears the call, looks up, looks around.
Do we see them do any of this if they're
Nope,
invisible?
they're invisible.
Okay.
But they pause. The footprints pause. They come over to the table where Bodger is hiding.
As soon as he starts walking over to me,
Oh my
I'm
God,
going
it's gonna
to
steal Bodger.
I'm gonna get a coin out of my coin purse, and I'm going to cast the darkness spell on it,
Nice.
with no spell components, using my monk stuff. So it'll cost a focus point.
Wow, nice.
And when I cast it in this way, I can see through it.
Very nice. You see, as soon as the darkness hits, the angel stops. The tracks stop moving. And then you see they turn and they begin to run off away.
Can you see the tracks in the snow?
Yep, you can see the tracks in the snow. At this point, the hailstorm is just beginning to die down, and it is becoming a lovely overcast night.
I'm going to.
How long does it take us to get there?
I'm gonna. Which way is he heading?
From where you are, like down here, he is heading straight north.
Cool. Behind, so appearing to be from behind. Start again. I'm gonna try to run north. Not directly after him, but almost in a parallel line. And I'm gonna cast Minor Illusion ahead of him, if I can, to have the sound of the drunk Dragonborn guard, as though he's muttering belligerently ahead of where this guy's going to.
Okay, cool. Does he? Well, what's the check to see if it's an illusion? Is there a check for that?
Yeah, so if it takes a study action, can determine its illusion with an investigation check against my spell save DC.
Lovely. So he hears that, instinctively drops to a slower pace. You see the pitter patter of the footfalls slow down. You're still able to keep track of them, even with your passive perception. And then he's going to make a investigation check.
DC should be 16.
So he just beats it with 16 on the dice.
Cool.
So seems to detect that whatever it is maybe more of this magical bamboozlement. The minor illusion is concentration.
Nope.
So the darkness is still up, and then he will continue running. He just runs off.
While this is happening, Scratch will probably swoop down to grab the crystal and fly up and follow Bodger, and she'd fly up so that Bahagor and Malice could see the purple light that she sheds carrying the crystal.
Sure.
as she follows the blob of darkness.
What's your flying speed?
60.
Yeah, yes.
And
you
I've got 35-foot move speed on the ground, so I'm going to try and keep pace with this guy.
You'll be able to catch up to or overtake him if you want.
I'll stay within 20 feet.
I'll double check my speed, but I'm almost certain.
Actually 30 feet.
Speed. Where the fuck is my speed?
Or try
60 feet, yeah.
I try to stay with him, like in darkness, so it kind of confuses him where he's going.
No, so not so that he's in the darkness, but so that I'm masked by the darkness and following him.
Yeah, cool.
Seems like they are running from that strange magical darkness as they continue to flee, heading like north.
Cool. I'm just checking. I was wondering if Moonbeam negates invisibility.
It does not.
How long did it
So-
take us to get to the scene?
It takes you about 40 seconds or so to get to where they were. By the time you get there, they're still a good 36 seconds ahead of you.
Malice will cast See Invisibility on herself.
Oh, nice.
Good.
And could Scratch try and hit the creature with Starry Wisp? Because when hit, it can't benefit from the invisible condition.
Sure. Can you do that while in oil?
Yep. That's one of the spells she can cast.
Okay. Then yeah, you can certainly do it.
At disadvantage, I presume.
At disadvantage, you cannot see exactly where they are yet.
That'll be 50.
15 to hit will miss.
Ooh.
Just misses hitting the snow where the individual could have been as he's duck out of the way. Bodger, you just trying to keep pace.
Yep.
Okay.
Not bothered about being stealthy, just so that it knows he's being followed.
As a blast comes from the strange owl in the sky, this individual seems to almost like throw themselves to the ground momentarily. You see like a big imprint on the snow, and then they pick themselves up and they begin to move a little bit slower. And then you begin to lose track on the sound of the snow crunching. They've successfully managed to stealth, and you cannot see them anymore.
Could we do an active perception check to try and find them?
If you would like to.
I'll do the same. 9 with the -2.
Roger, unfortunately, you can't place them, and Scratch as well. Even if you're passive, you can't seem to place them right now. The tracks are like, still there,
sorry,
but you'd need to like get
doesn't-
closer now, like begin actually studying them and like following them.
Does an owl have any special senses for like listening to?
I'll double check.
Because it might have like keen hearing or something.
I'm pretty sure they removed that for most creatures, but
Okay.
I'll double
Yeah,
check
they
just to
really
be
took
sure.
away a lot of druid shit.
I mean, they also gave him the ability to cast spells and talk while shit.
Only moon druids, to be fair. Senses, dark vision 120, and that's all. Nope, that's all shit.
Never mind.
You no longer have keen hearing and sight. I think a lot of animals lost those.
I think all of them.
Okay, so yeah, you unfortunately for the moment you do lose track of this individual as they begin to creep away. Unfortunately, the two of you behind are always going to be behind unless individuals can. They've been delayed about 2 turns, so you're about maybe 4 rounds behind. If they could be delayed another 4 more turns, and you catch up. Until then, you are kind of stuck trying to follow the glowing oil in the sky, who's still about a good 240 foot ahead of you.
Have the footprints in the snow stopped?
The footprints have not stopped, but you notice the footprints are now more spread out. It looks like the individual has begun to jump or something. Like the cadence of their footsteps is no longer normal. So you're like finding one having to stop and like actively scan, and they're not going forward anymore. They're going like zigzaggy, like sometimes they're going forward for a few points, and then
I
they're
can't
like,
just look around and be like, that person is there.
what's the range of the invisibility?
Just see invisible creatures.
And it's pitch black at night, and your dark vision has a maximum range of
120?
and you are, I just said 60 by 4. You are 240 foot behind, so no.
Okay.
They are outside of your dark vision range. The only beacon you have is the glowing purple glow of the psi crystal carried by the oil in the
Catch
air.
up to that owl.
I'm going to start sprinting ahead as though I'm going up to Frozen Fire expeditions up here.
Sweet.
Just to sort of
As a
try
note,
and get a bit
they
of
are
extra
not
distance.
staying in town. They have gone
Right.
almost straight from where you encountered them, like so.
Got it. Okay.
Could Scratch have
So they're going north then?
Yeah, straight north. Okay, so then I wouldn't do that. I'd probably hang back and wait for the others.
Does Scratch
Give
have a
it a guess.
decent idea where the creature could be in a 20 by 20 feet cube?
No, because they've got a successful stealth check versus your perception. If you want to use another active perception check to spot them on a subsequent turn, you can.
Yeah, I'm not sure how the initiative works here, so if she would...
It's just loosey goosey. Like they've stealthed successfully, and they're going to keep running. So like, until you give an indication, you know
She'll
where
just
they
keep
are.
flying in person.
Okay. So
24?
yep. So you eventually spot them again after probably about another like minute or so. You're probably pushing about an eighth of a mile at a time now. You eventually spot. It looks like they think they've shaken the tail. Bodger's hung back enough that they've now just returned back to a normal straight shot run. They think they've given enough serpentine to distract them, and you can roughly place they're probably somewhere in like a good 10-foot area.
Cool. In that case, she will... I'll just check if canceling Wild Shape is an action or... Wild Shape. God fucking damn it. It doesn't say. I'm not sure where
Let me have a look. It will say.
Thank you. Yeah, there's a lot of text. You can leave it as a bonus action. Great.
Yep.
In that case, she's gonna dive down to where she believes the creature is, trying to be
You
on
can very
center
easily
with it.
keep pace with your speed. So
Yeah, no, because she like dived down, cancel Wild Shape, and she'd like to cast Entangle centered on herself and the creature.
okay, cool. Yep. What's in here?
Strength, and she is not affected, so.
Rolls a 12.
Where
I
the
think
fuck is the spell?
fail. I think your DC is very higher than 12.
Yeah, I'm just. Yeah, here. Yeah, her
That's
DC is. Oh wait, how much did he roll? 12.
Roll the 12. Yeah.
Yeah, DC is 14. And so he's now restrained.
Just restrained.
And yeah.
Cool. Nice.
Oh yeah, like these basically like yeah, I would go with like green, maybe like mistletoe-ish or holly-like-ish, you know, darker green
Yeah, like all
roots.
sprouts
and,
up.
It's like, and she'd like, you know, be herself, you know, pull out her long sword, point it towards the. She'd probably see where it's restrained, or no, I'm not sure.
You would not have an accurate spot. You would know like roughly like a 5-foot area, but yeah, like not like a. There's no obvious like super obvious thing. It's just because obviously what's happened is kind of eruption of like branches and things that have gnarled around it.
All right, where are you?
Okay.
And I think Butcher would see her like the owl darting somewhere and
How far
dropping.
back would Bodger have hung back? Because you said you were kind of waiting for the others.
Yeah, enough to spot the purple glow of the crystal.
So that could be anywhere up to like 200 foot back. So like how far back would you?
Probably stay 80 foot back from the purple glow.
So still far enough ahead that Malice and Bahagor still can't place you.
Yeah.
That's fine. This happens fairly quickly. So you're still 80 foot back. You call this out. By the time your next turn starts, Scratch, you hear this individual has broken free of the restraint and has begun to scramble their way out, and they've just managed to make it to the far side of the difficult terrain.
Yep.
Because they rolled a 15 on the dice plus 2, so 17 to break free. I think that is enough. They don't seem intending to stop and debate with you.
She would just cast it again centered on them.
Okay, so you know, you have a good idea where they are. Cast against centered on them. They will roll one of our strength saving throw. They rolled an 18 on the dice plus 2, so that is a 20.
But she'll move up right next to them and ready for an opportunity attack.
Cool.
It's like,
You can only do that if you see him.
Cannot see them, so that won't matter.
okay,
They've
gotcha.
still
She'll
not
just
done anything to drop into the building.
But yeah, she'll be keeping pace with them because she can just.
Sure.
I would have sprinted up to join Scratch once I saw the purple
so if
thing
they
dive.
got delayed 80 foot from where you were,
I mean,
what's your movement speed?
So I can move 35 foot as my movement, and I can dash, and I can also bonus action dash for free.
Yep.
So I could clear the distance in the one turn.
As you get closer, can you see in the dark? Do you have dark vision?
Yeah, 60 foot.
Nice. So yeah, so as you get like 20 foot closer, you see this like tangled mess of like mistletoe and holly, and then you see probably like something. Their stealth score hasn't changed, and it's still technically because they've not done anything to not be stealthy. You can see that like where Scratch is clearly like targeting something, and it recasted the same spell, so you get a rough idea. But yeah, it's somewhere in this area. But that's probably as much as you would know without actively like looking, because unfortunately the individual is invisible, and all the snow and stuff. There's no tracks because it's all covered in overgrowth, so you can't pinpoint them. You can hear like you probably hear them like moving through, but you can't like actually place them because everything is being like pushed around by wind
I
and
have
stuff.
sea invisibility and fairy fire. I'm just too slow.
They could have gone for the harbor instead, but they went for the market.
I will. Screw it. Let's have a bit of fun. I'm guessing that there's snow on the ground, like loose snow.
Yeah, there's plenty of like fresh snow. Like this is not a track or a
Roger,
path.
stop making snow angels. We're trying to catch a guy.
Could I, with my object interaction, pack a snowball and then throw it, as I have proficiency with improvised weapons?
Yo.
1 out of 10.
So I'm going to try to slap this guy with a snowball because thematic.
Nice.
I'll just do a dagger attack.
Yep, go for it. It will be a disadvantage because he is invisible.
He can't see me though through the darkness, I'm assuming. So would that level it out, or would he be able to see me?
At
20
this
foot
point,
away.
you've been running for over a minute, so I believe the darkness may have timed out because he's covered a good
10 minutes.
10 minutes. Oh, then
Is
yeah,
darkness.
no, you're
Yeah,
still fine.
Cool. So flat roll.
I don't.
12.
What
12,
invisible
Never
thief
mind.
decides to go somewhere where there's snow? Like, just go be an invisible thief anywhere where you don't leave footprints, dude.
He might like the cold. You never know. Yeah. So snowball
It
probably
like
just go.
impacts off like a leaf and like just disintegrates. Unfortunately, not finding a target.
Cool. Ignore that then. Never mind.
Alrighty. Scratch, as you move up close to this individual, suddenly the rustling just stops. What do you do?
She would ask like, do you understand? Like, so, wanna talk? Because I can keep doing this for a while.
What language are you speaking?
She would. Wait, fuck. Can she do she would be common. She's not
Common?
smart enough to try to fit the map.
Fair enough. Say
This
it.
is your conscience.
Do you want to
Don't
spend your full
steal.
action like trying to like intimidate this individual, or like you
Yeah.
know,
Sure,
make
that'd
an
be a
intimidation check?
Because like if it's not moving, the terrain still is restraining
Still
hampering their
difficult,
movement. Yeah. So Intimidation. Bam. 11.
11.
Oh, I miss Gabriella so much sometimes.
You
the
kind of
pain-
call out. You don't hear any response.
Cool. She would keep her sword low, like pointed but lowered.
Can I do an active perception check to try and listen for it and see where it is?
Yep.
15.
15. So, you've lost track of it inside that entangle. That's the last place you know where it is.
Cool. That's it for me.
At this point, that's like 2 rounds of steadiness. So, Malice and Bahagor, you see your friends all like you see this big like glow from the orb. You see this like entangled mess. You see this glorb of darkness kind of blocking most of your vision, to be honest, because it's like 20 foot across. You finally see them coming into 120 foot of dark vision for Malice, and on the next turn, Bahagor you will then see as well. So you're pretty much almost there. In 2 turns you'll be with your friends unless they move again.
Cool.
But you're at least nearly within visual range.
Sweet.
Anything particular you guys are doing when you first see?
Can I see anything?
You see what I just described.
Can't see anyone else.
No, as per the invisibility spell, no.
But I still have see invisibility.
Correct.
Okay.
Nothing in your 120 foot radius, which you can see Scratch,
Okay.
the darkness orb, which you can't see through.
Okay.
You can't
Fuck's
see through
sake.
magical darkness, and also the entangled mess. You do not see anything invisible.
Well, I can see from magical darkness, but I can't see invisible.
Unfortunately, I don't think you can see more than 60 foot either, though. So you're also
You're just in
affected by
regular-
Oh, is it
magical
60
darkness.
foot?
So you're 120 foot at the minute. What's your dark vision? Or do you have 120 from the devil side?
I don't check this. Devil sight. 60 foot.
I have 120 foot dark vision. You merely adopted the darkness.
Yeah.
I was born in it, molded by
Raised.
it.
Okay.
Could Scratch,
Anything from Scratch on a subsequent turn?
could she check if it's still there, like if it didn't teleport away invisible?
Yeah, you can do a perception check if you want to look around. Sounds like that's what you're trying to do.
Oh, sorry, it says 120 feet
Yes.
of myself.
So yeah, you can also see them. You can see
Yeah.
the magical darkness, but you cannot see anything invisible. Of course, you Scratch, even with the 16 passive perception, you can't. It's the movement stopped when you lost track of it, as if they just stopped moving in the foliage. And you can't see the snow because all of the like difficult terrain. To see if there's any footprints or anything like that.
Rogers, have a look at she. I can't. I'm not sure if she's still here or if it's still here. Should be.
Roger, anything you would like to do?
No, it'll probably be like, I don't know where he went. I can't see him. I can't hear him. It's like, so he's just gone.
Maybe could Scratch try speaking Dwarvish because it was mentioned that dwarves are suspicious.
Invisible dwarves.
Sure. Yeah. What are you gonna say?
Are you here? Can you understand me?
Make me a persuasion check.
Oh.
The 14.
13. You call out. It's- Eventually, in another turn, Malice and Bahagor are now 60 foot away, they're getting a bit closer. Malice, you still do not see any individual people in that entangle. You now can see the whole thing as well, even around the darkness. One invisible there.
They're gone, Scratch.
Strange. Not sure how they got away, or if. Scratch would try to do.
I mean,
one...
I can try something, and she will cast Fairy Fire.
Yep. On the entangled area.
Yeah, or Maybe just like beyond it.
Sure. What's the DC? How far beyond it? You could cast it. You're 60 foot away from it at the minute.
The range is 60 foot, so.
So you can only cast it on the area.
Yeah.
If you'd like. But you already cannot see anything invisible there.
Yeah, I won't bother then. I'll wait until I get further along.
Scratch, you could drop concentration on Entangle if you wanted. That would enable you to see the ground around you.
She'll drop it and do a perception check.
Sure, make a perception check. The snow is so disturbed by the like kicked up like growth and overgrowth, even magically so. There's no obvious trail or tracks that you can see at this time. I think, considering this individual is now 200 foot away from you, it is fair to say they have successfully escaped into the night.
What the fuck?
They broke free.
Okay.
They rolled a natural 19 on a stealth check, and I have it here if George wants to come check. And then they got through difficult terrain and just beelined it. Just with a stealth check successfully, they got away. Like, immediately. So they just kept running.
Maybe they're still heading north?
You could attempt to find their trail, but they're very clearly, with someone with seen visibility in your party, it's very obvious there is no one invisible within 120 foot of you. There's no obvious tracks, because obviously the snow disruption is like a 40-foot, cube of chaos at this point.
In that case, Scratch would, it's like, I can, do the out trick again, lantern and you follow me. I can look from the air. I can fly fast. Probably faster than I can run.
Can you turn into anything that runs fast that I could ride?
A shark, but that won't
Because
work.
it's a bear.
I don't know what that
How
is.
fast a bear?
That's a good question.
How fast a bear?
30, 40 foot?
Okay, yeah, she would be alright. Hop on, and she would shift into a bear. And she
Alice will
would
clamber on the bear, the Scratch bear.
and she would start dashing.
A drunk,
I'll check the con of the bear.
a drunk bear dodge.
She's not drunk. She passed all her checks.
She's just merry.
The merry bear. It's very
Just
festive.
tipsy.
Yeah,
Harry,
the
look
bear
at
has
Sylvie right now.
bear
Her
has
little
a
feet
bear
are
has
poking out.
bear has a con of 2, so she will dash she'll dash as many times as she can before having to do cons, and then she'll just use her 40 feet movement speed to try and hopefully catch up.
Cool. That would put you, you could dash for, I think, 2 straight rounds. Or no, 3 straight rounds, and then you can, then you have to start making contacts, and you just have to slow your pace down. So dashing 160 foot just straight north, you're not going to look for tracks, you're just going to beeline.
Or she would she would check for tracks as soon as she's out of the wild growth.
Okay, so yeah, then make a perception check.
Malice, do you see anything?
Nicest.
Yep.
If I do my own one, I'm also pretty perceptive. Never mind. It's fine, you're
14.
as perceptive as me anyway.
Okay, so you start searching. There are tracks that you're able to find and follow, and they are kind of like not moving straight, they are naturally slaloming, kind of following the terrain. Someone is in a breakneck sprint based on what you can kind of see. You follow
She
them,
would-
the full dash. Malice doesn't see anyone on the horizon suddenly pop into her vision. And you slow it down to your normal 40 foot, still keeping good pace. About 2 minutes sprint from the outskirts of Caer Konig. Come across 4 tracks. Different from these. Moving at a different direction. You find, as if they had appeared by magic, what looks like sled tracks just starting from nowhere. There's no sled tracks leading to it. They just begin, and they begin to move off in a northwesterly direction at speed. The sled is clearly being pulled by some big foot individual, as big as a Yeti. But the other tracks reach this area and then stop.
I think we lost them.
Well, I'll be damned.
Good news is
Could
these
Scratch-
tracks are very easy to follow.
Let's wait for the others. Could Scratch do a Arcana check to see what the fuck this, or like a check to see what this could be? Like
A
if there's some
survival check
folklore.
would let you try to identify the creature's tracks if you'd like.
Yeah. Sure. 8. No, magical slay.
Can I also give it a go? Just
Sure.
to see.
Yeah.
Nat 20!
These
Yes.
are very clearly tracks belonging to an ogre, Malice.
Oh, fuck.
It looks like the ogre is pulling a sled of some kind behind it.
These
They're
are
fucking
ogre
goblins.
tracks. I didn't know you had those above
It's gonna be
ground.
It's gonna be goblins.
But why did they appear out of nowhere? How's that possible?
With a natural 20, Malice, it looks like whatever sled and ogre puller was here must have stood waiting in the snow so long for something that the original tracks of them arriving here have
They
been
just,
buried.
drifted.
Correct. But the fact that there is no like pacing or moving around would suggest that this ogre just stood unmoving until the go was kind of like let's get out of here.
They're either very patient or being controlled, I'd assume. I mean, you can't
Alright.
even get slaves to stay that still,
Um.
no matter how much you
Good to
beat
know.
them.
hmm.
You try.
He's a drow.
Wow.
Wow.
But Scratch should probably wait for the others to catch up.
I feel like that's like Scratch chooses to ignore that comment because she
6
doesn't know
seconds
what
go
to
by
say.
and they arrive. Like they were hot on your heels, but
Alright, well,
Oh, did you find him? Where is he?
They
well,
have some sort of ogre sled.
so we figured it would be better to wait because a sled can be followed.
Well, we better follow them quickly before we lose the track to the snow.
Very well. Should we go ahead using my greater speed, or do you want to move as a unit? Because I will outpace you with Malice.
I mean, if they're in a sleigh, they're pretty fast. So I would say you two go ahead, and then me and Bodger will catch up to you.
I'll keep the crystal strapped on me, or Malice can carry the crystal.
I
so
will say with Malice's 26, the ogre is moving at a speed of, at a sprint, 60 foot around, but probably will average right around 30 foot around if they return to like an actual travel pace, which is what the same thing as you guys would normally go for walking.
I don't think they'll be able to sprint forever. And I don't think the two of us want to take on an ogre and whoever its master may be.
Just have to find where they are. Also to find where they are. We just wait for us to arrive, and then we decide what to do. Just need to find their lair.
True.
Alright, we'll go ahead then. I'm wondering if it's wise to have the crystal out the door, because you will be able to see us, but they will be able to see that they're being followed.
We'll just follow your tracks.
Alright, well, best of
mean-
luck.
You're a bear, and you're not exactly leaving small footprints.
That's
True.
exactly my thoughts.
And she will set off, galloping away.
Okay. You moving north of Kerkonic, trying to follow these tracks. Traveling along. You making headway towards wherever this strange invisible thief may be leading you. That is where we're going to stop for tonight. As you I mean, I could give a little bit more if you want. If you want a little tease. Following the tracks, they continue forward the town north and then northwest, kind of following towards Kelvin's cairn. They suddenly veer into the northeastern foothills surrounding the cairn itself. As you travel on, the wind here does begin to erase the tracks you've been following. I will need a survival check from the whole group to see if you can find and pick up these wind-hidden tracks. If I can
Scratch
leave you on a bit
roll.
of a,
Assist malice.
it's a group check, so
13.
you all have to make a check at once.
All gotta do
Oh,
it.
okay.
An average.
The survival.
8.
God. Good. Do you know what? I'm gonna use. Oh fuck! Fuck! It's gonna do it. Whatever.
Lucky?
9. Oh.
Guess not. You spend an hour searching. Can't seem to find where they go. You spend another hour searching if you'd like.
Yep.
Another group survival check.
God damn it.
This is how the weather table gets you.
12.
11.
It is now 3 in the morning. Another search turns up fruitless.
We
You know,
should
I
head
think we
back,
need to
we've
go
lost
back home.
them.
Storm
Yeah.
clouds overhead begin to form. Scratch, you know that after them they will blow over to overcast again. But and then after that, to simply light cloud. You have good weather. Is it favorable for the next all the way up to about 9 in the morning? But you are all beginning to get a bit tired.
Well, the weather will be good till like 9 in the morning, so
Alright.
If-
Keep
if
searching
any
then.
time one more go. But
You can never check if you want.
Fuck
If
yeah.
everyone's happy to do it. It's up to the group.
dice go. Yeah, I rolled my preempt level.
I guess
Sorry.
guidance on myself with it.
Yeah, of course you can.
Alice. Another 8. I'm shit at this.
I'm gonna.
But you-
I'm gonna
that
use
is
my
only a
last.
1.
Oh my! I'm gonna
15.
use my last lucky thing.
Sure.
18.
Oh my.
So 18, 18, 15, 9.
Come on, team.
Wait, isn't that a 20 from Bodger?
He
No,
has
because it's got minus 2 because of
That
exhaustion.
is exactly 15. It's exactly the DC.
God, thank you. Thanks God.
For every hour the character spends in the foothills, have to make a DC 15 wisdom survival group check. Stuff you didn't do because you didn't hire someone. Yes. You see up ahead, carved in to the hillside, a blocky stronghold bereft of warmth or charm juts out of the hillside in a rough crescent shape. Only part of its construction is visible, the rest likely buried in the stone beyond. A large double door serves as the main entrance made of stone. The terrain leading to it is gently upward sloping plain covered with fresh snow. A stream likely used to flow out of a barred culvert northeast of the main entrance, but the waterway has long since frozen. 2 other barred openings can be seen along the stronghold's northern wall. Anyone positioned behind these openings would have an unobstructed view of the hillside beyond. Closer to you, separated from the rest of the stronghold, is a snow-covered stone bunker, perforated with arrow slits. And after finding this strange bunker nestled in the hillsides, that is where we're going to stop for tonight. And the next time, the party will see whom must be taking up residence there. Until then, bye-byes.
Bye-bye.